Hello, boys. Hello, girls. It's not Sunday. It's Saturday. You're getting your Peter Talk Smackdown on time this week. How's it going? I'm wearing my Snapchat hood, but outside the fact that this is my Snap code and it's on the hood, it's the fact that I'm fucking wearing a hood that's crazy. This past week, here in Greensboro, North Carolina, the weather has been amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like 70, late 70s, high 70s, low like 80s and shit. And today, it's like in its 50s. And I refuse. I just got hit in the head with an electric bill, and I refuse to turn on any heat. You know what I'm saying? Or even, it's nice enough out there, like even when the weather's nice, to not turn on your AC. So it's like Duke Energy is like the biggest heel in the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you, Duke Energy. You're not getting my money none this fucking this season. You know what I'm saying? I got like a nice little, bill I gotta pay for the ass end of the winter. But then, like, for the next 6 months, man, y'all, Duke Energy can suck it. All right? And speaking of turning heel, this weather turned heel on our ass. Either way, fucking sucks. So I'm wearing this motherfucker. If you're watching on YouTube, it's like, what the hell are you doing wearing a goddamn hoodie? It's fucking nice. Not today and not tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's going to suck this weekend. Well, anyway, by the way, and if you want your own snap code, you hear it? You want your own snap code on a shirt, on a hoodie, hell, even on a tank top, make sure you head to cutthemusic.etsy.com. Cheap plug. You get up and just go there and check out the other shits too. So let's go into this motherfucking Smackdown because it made me sad. All right? And it not necessarily the show itself. I think the main event made me sad. It made me sad as fuck, being that you had a match featuring AJ Styles and Kevin Owens on fucking SmackDown. Alright. I'll get to my rant on that. I don't want to call it a rant. I just want to call it what it is and what we're dealing with the world of the WWE. This is the return of we're in Cincinnati, Ohio, the home of Dean Ambrose. And it was definitely the Dean Ambrose show. This was the Dean Ambrose show. At first, I was a little worried because, it took a while to get to Dean Ambrose. Like, all I could think was, watch WWE, be fucking WWE, and keep Dean Ambrose off this episode, even though it's in Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Because why is Roman Reigns coming out first? It's crazy. Dean Ambrose, this is his hometown. Let him christen the place. Let him step out there and fucking get the crowd riled up. You know what I'm saying? And even probably, hey, yo, root for my buddy Roman Reigns. He's coming out now, and like have them in the ring together. Even though they do have fucking separate matches, they're still homies. They had a match together. You know what I'm saying? They were in the fucking fucking Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Like, they're still homies, even though they had that match. But it starts off with Roman Reigns, and I don't care that this is a pre-recorded show. You can get canned heat, you know what I'm saying? You get cheers, you get boos, but these were organic boos. He comes out to a fucking boo, fucking just onslaught. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one likes this guy. No one likes the WWE forcing this guy down our throats. So do what you want. You can take him off TV. You can pile him up with Dean Ambrose. You can have him get a vicious beatdown. You can have Triple H fucking call everyone's mother a stinking bag whore to get you to like Roman Reigns is not going to work. I mean, in Cincinnati, right? There was a chance. Ambrose comes out. He cuts a promo about how he loves Cincinnati. He brings out his friend Roman Reigns, and there's a possibility that the crowd won't boo. Because here's the thing. Do you want your crowd to cheer or not boo? Right? Good question, huh? But yeah, that's basically what it is. But I had a conversation last night, and one of the things, and even I'm on record to say, Roman Reigns being booed and or cheered is the fact that he's becoming more and more polarizing. The new babyface isn't this person you cheer. The babyface, you can get tired of cheering for a guy. You know, the babyface, the good guy. You can get tired of the guy, right? That's how we are as humans. We're fair weather sometimes. We'll love this thing. We'll get our phone. Oh my God, I love this thing so much. And then in a week's time, you're like, man, fuck this phone. I hate this phone. It does me no justice. And it's the same with fucking personalities. Same with wrestlers. And as long as Cena has been being cheered and being booed, he's been as most successful as he's been booed because that's how it works. He's polarizing. As soon as you get that let's go Cena, Cena sucks, you know you got something. When you got let's go Roman, Roman sucks, that's going to be the money. And people want to complain about fucking Roman Reigns. Oh, he's not ready. And I complain about him. He's not this, he's not that. But I'm talking about him. You know? If I'm not in your, you know what I'm saying? If my name's not in your mouth, I'm obviously doing something wrong. And for all the people who are talking this and that about Roman Reigns, you're only adding to the thing. Like, I just added 4 minutes. I just gave this guy 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's 4 minutes that I don't give to anyone else. I gave to anyone else. Not to Okada. Not to fucking Jay Lethal. You know what I'm saying? Not to Red Dragon. Not to the Young Bucks. Not to anybody. Shinsuke Nakamura, I gave 4 minutes to Roman Reigns. And it said something. And whether you like it or not, and how you feel about Vince McMahon, he is a businessman. He's out of touch, but he knows what he's doing, especially with this situation. But the thing about this Roman Reigns promo is that it was short as fuck. He tried to do the whole cool thing, you know. I'm so cool, and Triple H is like, he's not cool as me. But at least it was short. He got in there, got the fuck out. Even Ronaldo's, you know, not, you know, short but not too sweet. You got the fuck out of there, Roman Reigns. That's your boy, Roman Reigns. And, you know, and it was better off. He was better off. I just find it so hard to swallow this idea that he's like this cool dude. I mean, he's supposed to be this vicious, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you had this opportunity, and I'm in my Roman Reigns part with this. You had this opportunity, right, to get him out there and just like scream and yell and be a total badass and get up on the ropes and fucking hold the rope down and like get one leg up and just like give it to fucking Triple H like you gave it to him Monday with that beat down and busting him open and shit. But you're gonna, you know, we can say, boom, we can hit the reset button and make you a total badass. I'm so cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I'm going to kick your ass. Well, you kicked his ass. We just saw you kick his ass. Right? Oos. The Usos and Mark Henry coming out there to fucking like calm your ass down. We saw you lay a vicious beat down. We don't care about you kicking anyone's ass right now, if that's the case. We want you to defeat, quote unquote, Triple H. That's what we fucking care about, man. Our payoff is gone. We could have waited. Whoever the fucking creator could have waited for any kind of fucking retaliation later on. But no, not the WWE. That's not how they roll, man. That's not at all how they roll. They roll like, yo, let's give away all this fucking money. And then on top of that, we're not going to show that there's any kind of like maturity in your character by just having you go out there and be Joe Cool. Fucking idiots, man. Fucking idiots. AJ Styles in the back with Young, and he shoots on his, him getting revenge on Chris Jericho, which I still, like, just like that. Monday was just Revenge City, you know what I'm saying? Everyone got their goddamn revenge. And this was another one that they could have left the fucking alone. Now, granted, it was a weird situation with Neville, but either way, even without the Neville injury and the DQ caused, Nate Robinson DQing Chris Jericho, they would have had AJ Styles come out anyway and get some sort of retaliation. Which is stupid. It was stupid. They should have left that alone. They should have had AJ Styles stand up on the rep. It's like, I'm gonna kick your ass at WrestleMania, bro. I still feel those code breakers, and I'm gonna see you at fucking WrestleMania, and then I'm gonna kick your ass, right? That's how you do it. No, that's not how it was done. So as he's shooting on AJ, and how it felt awesome to get his revenge, guess who shows up? Fucking Kevin Owens. What are you doing? He's out there talking shit. He compares him to Sami Zayn, right? And then AJ compares Owens to Jericho. And he's like, well, look, we got a fucking match. In any other fucking lifetime, any other cosmic setting, I'd be like, yes, 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 yes. Because look at this. It's fucking AJ Styles and Kevin Steen. These motherfuckers are about to meet up for the first time in the WWE. They come over from the fucking indies, man. They came over from TNA. They came over from fucking New Japan. They coming from fucking ROH and PWG. And these guys are coming together. They about to fucking fight. They about to take this shit and fucking like have an awesome fucking feud, man. Awesome feud. He throws him out of the Royal Rumble. Owens throws AJ Styles out of the Royal Rumble. Welcome to the fucking WWE, you bastard. And now you got these son bitches on the road to WrestleMania, both in their own respective fucking feuds. The WWE and its creative just can't help them fucking selves. Just can't help themselves and wait. And just wait for like 3 weeks, man. 3 fucking weeks. Monday after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania, you hit the reset button. And however the fuck things play out between their respective feuds, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, and now that Neville's out of the equation, we can just get that one-on-one. And whatever the fuck AJ gets the pin on Jericho, and he's free to move to his next opponent. Kevin Owens is free to move on to his next opponent. Oh, look, we got Over the Limit coming up, and we got the road to fucking SummerSlam. How about sometime after that shit, if not going towards Over the Limit, that you can get a fucking money match, a money feud between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens, and have that sumbitch happen at SummerSlam. They just can't help themselves. There's enough fucking jabronis and motherfuckers on that roster, uninjured, to just buy time. You know what I'm saying? To get some, you could get maybe make a babyface out of somebody to go up against Kevin Owens as filler towards AJ Styles, and vice versa. Get over a heel via AJ Styles and just have that buy time until fucking SummerSlam? No. They can't fucking help themselves. So we get they schedule a match between these two motherfuckers on a throwaway SmackDown on the road to WrestleMania. I don't get it. It's frustrating, man. And I think Vince, Kevin Dunn, and Shane McMahon, they were out front too, handed out money to the people that were leaving. Not refunds, but just giving out free money. Just, here you go. Here's some money. Here's money that we could have made off of this fucking match. People buying the network. People going to fucking SummerSlam. Tickets to see this match. It's like, nah, not only do we not want to make that money, we want to actually hand money to you. Here you go. Here's fucking $50. That's 5 fucking months of the WWE Network for you, brother. There you go. And a little Debbie fucking snack cake. God damn it, man. Ugh. Miz versus Ziggler for the 50 billionth fucking time. Now, who in the back is like, hey, aren't the Miz and Dolph Ziggler from Ohio? Yeah, they're not from Cincinnati. They're from Cleveland, and we don't say they're from Cleveland. Both are from Hollywood. One resides in California. The other resides in Florida. And when they get out there, we're just gonna talk about presenting them from Hollywood and the Hollywoods. We're gonna talk only about how they're from Ohio. You know, Cincinnati and Cleveland, I think, are like 4 or 5 hours apart. A home state, we get it. But Cincinnati and Cleveland, it's not like they're chums. You know, it's not like a chummy city. Like, yeah, you know, I'm from Cincinnati. Oh, that's close to Cleveland. Yeah. That's right. They're Cleveland. No. And these guys, I mean, the guys in the back, I mean, like the creative are just like, well, I feel like anytime the shit hits the fan and they just need a good work match or whatever, they just throw those two out there. I don't think there's no rhyme or reason. Now, recently, they had this sort of back and forth. I think the Miz beat Dolph Ziggler in like 3 seconds or something like that. And then Dolph got his win back not too long ago. And it was like this weird kind of out of the blue fucking feud that I think was from backstage or something like that. But now you got Dolph Ziggler in a feud with Stephanie fucking McMahon, who just got out of this amazing match with Triple H. They don't bring up a single bit of this on Monday. They didn't bring it up at all. This whole match, Ranello or fucking Saxton or fucking Hill King, they don't mention, and maybe I missed it, but I don't remember recalling hearing anything about what happened with him and Stephanie McMahon and the match he had with Triple H last Monday. But yeah, we got this match, the Battle of Ohio, from two dudes from fucking Hollywood, Florida, Hollywood, California. They can give two shits about Ohio, Cincinnati of all places. So you get this fucking match. It's ground and pound. It looks a little sloppy at first. It picks up. Dolph Ziggler wins with a fucking sick super kick. So that's his finisher now. He's beat a bunch of people with that fucking kick recently. He got the zigzag. He cannot buy a fucking win with that famouser. Can't do it. But a super kick is now become your finisher. Or has become your finisher. Like out of the blue. Okay. We just gonna kick, because you kick motherfuckers all the time. The Usos kick motherfuckers, and Dolph Ziggler kick a bunch of motherfuckers. Kevin Owens got a couple of fucking super kicks for that ass too. Is he gonna start winning matches with it? Are the Usos gonna start winning matches with that super kick? So how the hell does Dolph Ziggler start winning matches with a super kick all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? What makes his super kick so fucking special? He got some extra sauce in that motherfucker? He slapped his leg a little louder than the rest? That's silly. You gotta balance that stuff out. The guy has 2 finishers. How about we focus on that? I know it's out of the blue. Super kick out of nowhere, but goddamn, you got enough people doing that move and not going over with it to have him, all of a sudden, that's his move to get over. Super stupid, man. But yeah, it's a ground and pound match. And the Miz hits a figure four, but then that results into the fucking super kick. But man, that was just whatever, you know? Nothing really came out of it. It's not like Stephanie McMahon came out and was like, Dolph Ziggler, you're now the face fucking Rusev. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. It was just a waste of everyone's time. Great match, but still a waste of everyone's time. We get Kalisto, WWE exclusive interview with Michael Cole. Dudes, anybody watch that? I don't watch that shit. But he basically accepts the challenge by Ryback at WrestleMania for the U.S. belt. And no one cared. Dean Ambrose. Now we finally get to the Dean Ambrose show. And he's sitting like on top of a fucking hill. I don't know, maybe he's in like over the Rhine or something. I've been there once. I imagine it's gentrified as fuck right now, but that was like over a decade ago that I went to do a show when I used to rap and DJ and shit. And it was at this coffee shop. And that place was a dump, man. Well, anyway, he's out there just basically putting over Cincinnati. It's just, hey, the mean streets of Cincinnati. You know, I know about being tough. Brick thrown at you for being on the wrong side of the street, being on the wrong block. And he's talking about how Brock Lesnar don't want none, basically. And he makes a line, which I think is kind of silly. Nothing hurts more than an education. I would like to know what the fuck that meant. I mean, I get it, but I think he had one thing in mind, because it was a sick fucking promo. It was a fucking awesome vignette. But it had to end with that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even compare it to anything that just was like everything. I mean, I don't know, like having sex or something. And all of a sudden, like, you about to do the damn thing and you catch a cramp. And everything's ruined. Right? That's what that was. That fucking last statement. Nothing hurts more than an education. And I tell you what. I had a beef Sunday about him whipping out that present from Mick Foley, the barbed wire bat. You know, they could have waited. That payoff to that could have been a payoff to him receiving that thing and bringing it out, like, with the thing, and then boom, here's the barbed wire thing. He swings and misses at you know, fucking Brock Lesnar. He could have had that fucking bat with him, cutting this promo. It's almost like it never happened. And not only that, I'll get to that later. Bubba Ray versus Goldust. There's a fucking... I was listening to PW Torch, and I think his name was like Mark something. He was talking about these distractions and how these baby faces aren't disciplined. And I get it. I get the storyline of, say, what a match is. And I'm not saying that we're not getting smarter yet. We're definitely smarter than we ever been. And we're having conversations. And we get the show. We watch the show. We get it. But these baby faces are coming off as the most undisciplined group of people on the planet. Little things. Music hitting. Someone bring out this. Someone gets up on the apron. Why does a babyface always have to be distracted? They don't always have to be distracted by these guys. They could just ignore them, right? Is it something that what the babyface is like a moth to a flame? That they just have to sort of go to the distraction? They have to stop what they're doing and turn around and or walk over to the individual and like try to hit them or something like that? I think there needs to be a change with that. Right? And this happened twice, where the babyface absolutely had no discipline to ignore or to sort of just brush off the idea that someone's trying to distract them from fighting in the ring. And this happened right at the very fucking beginning, where Goldust is in the ring. And all Devon does is whip out a table. And then he has to walk over to Devon outside. You know, he has to walk towards them as if him pulling out a table was this big fucking deal. It wasn't. It's fucking hilarious. It wasn't. The fuck? Who cares? If I'm Goldust, and I love Goldust, if I'm Goldust, I'm in the ring, I see Devon whip out a table, I'm like, the fuck you doing? You know, like, what? I'm not gonna walk over to him. Hey, bro, what you doing with that table? Fuck him. I got someone that's trying to kick my ass. What's funny about this match is that Bubba Ray is talking the entire fucking match. Just laying it into fucking Goldust. Just talking shit. You like the Usos. You got paint on your face. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not paint off the face. Shit like that. Devon gets on the fucking apron again. Catches a... No. He tries... Okay. The action gets outside the ring. And Goldust is chasing Devon, right? I apologize. Bubba Ray. And it's the old, like, oh, yeah, they whip around the corner, and here is the tag team partner to possibly get a lick. Misses. Goldust hits him with a fucking punch. And that in itself is a distraction for him to get in and lose to a kick to the stomach. He's trying to climb back into the ring, and maybe the storyline is like, oh, yeah, he was fatigued doing all that fucking running. He's no spring chicken. But, like, you know, like, you watch PWG, you watch ROH, you watch New Japan. Like, motherfuckers don't go down to a brain buster. They don't go down to a power slam, choke slam, multiple finishers. Now, Goldust has been reduced to getting taken out, laying down for the 3-pin, for just a kick to the stomach. When Devon actually rolled him up, you know, kind of like kicked him and pinned him, I thought it was going to be like a kick out. I thought he was like, okay, you know, kick out. Let's probably get like 3 more minutes, or a minute worth of wrestling, you know, with a finisher. When he went to 3, the ref did 1. I was like, what the fuck? A kick to the stomach? A kick to the stomach, a kick to the chest, or whatever the fuck. A torso kick climbing into the ring is a devastating move all of a sudden. And Goldust just lays there. 1, 2, 3. Are you fucking kidding me? Damn, Goldust. Damn. And then Devon gets paid back, and then he goes in and picks the bones, right? We got a storyline with Goldust, Golden Truth. And you're thinking maybe, just maybe, R-Truth is running in for the save. And probably do a little damage to sort of further the storyline between the two of them. He runs in there and gets his ass whooped. Okay. What's the point? Like, do something. He gets dropped as fast as he gets into the ring. And that's, I mean, like, what? What are you doing? Are you trying to advance that story or what? I mean, you've given us something for the past 6 weeks with this shit. And you would think by now that they would come up with something to where it looks legitimately possible that we're going to get something and we're going to like it. And it's going to be effective, an effective thing. R-Truth running out is his opportunity to really show that he could be a fucking tag team partner to Goldust. He gets out there and runs wild. You know what I'm saying? He could be wily, you know what I'm saying? He can miss and duck and get a couple of sucker punches in, and then Goldust can come to finally and get him a couple of shots in, and boom, Golden Truth is standing tall, not necessarily as a foe to the Dudley Boys, but as an actual another babyface tag team. Right? Maybe they could go down in flames on a Monday Night Raw to sort of promote that, you know, they stood tall Thursday Night Smackdown going into Monday, and maybe lose to a cheating fucking Dudley Boys, right? But we got ourselves, after 6-7 weeks of like silly nonsense and fucking vignettes and matches, that we got something finally. We finally come to a conclusion of what this Golden Truth thing is. And they blew it. Just like that. And guess who runs out? The fucking Usos. The Usos show up and then they clear house. Oh, thanks, Usos. Yeah, Goldust. Hey, R-Truth, you're okay, buddies? Way to sink these guys into a fucking piece of shit hole. Guy goes down to a kick to the stomach. He lays down for a kick to the stomach. Unheard of. And then R-Truth gets leveled out. Whoa. Just so the Usos can come and save the day. Fucking idiots, man. Idiots. Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. Face to face. Charlotte tells a story about how she met these incredible women, the 4 horsewomen. I mean, by the way, Bailey who? I mean, you talk about 4, it's 3 y'all in the ring. You might want to clear that up. But she tells the story about how she told her dad, Ric Flair, how she met these incredible girls and that they're all working, busting their ass together. And Rick mentions in storyline, not actually in the ring, that it reminds him of the Horsemen. And then Charlotte goes, hey, I actually that's why I called them the 4 horsewomen. And she apologizes. You think she's going to apologize for her actions over the past couple of weeks and being a jerk, being a bitch, jerk. She apologizes for ever calling those girls anywhere close to being horsemen, horsewomen. That's it. And that was her, coming out. You think she's going to get emotional and like, oh, this is going to be a good competitive match between, people. I'm sorry I've been an asshole over the past couple of weeks. Nope. It's her basically. She trolled them again. And then it gets interesting between Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks because Becky Lynch, she's a promo cutting motherfucker, man. She's a promo cutting motherfucker. She does her part, boom, she cuts her fucking promo. And I'm like, wow. Sasha Banks says something, basically the better of the promos is Becky Lynch. She's just a kicker. She's just a last kicking promo taker. And then Banks says something about, wait a minute, you don't deserve a fucking title shot. I'm actually undefeated. If you remember, she brings up the wins and losses, which I thought was pretty funny. Like, wins and losses don't matter anymore, right? But all of a sudden, she's talking about how she's never been defeated. So, someone has to make up their mind on what I should be paying attention to, what I should care about. I mean, obviously, I always want to care about wins and losses. But if if Sasha Banks bringing up that she's undefeated, and we go, wow, you're right, you're undefeated. That's pretty awesome. And then you got fucking, I don't know, Michael P.S. Hayes or one of those fucking cronies talking about how wins and losses don't matter. Except, when there's Cena involved or Undertaker involved or some shit like that. You need to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's nonsense. Wins and losses do matter. It's the fact that they don't it doesn't matter to you. Doesn't mean it doesn't matter. All right? WWE. But Becky Lynch makes a comment. It's like, back where I'm from, it takes more than a self-entitled attitude and dollar store jewelry to be called a boss. And I was like, I was like, she just didn't say that. She didn't say that. Sasha Banks takes off her fucking shit. She throws it to the ground, and then they get to a shoving match. And then they just fucking say, well, Charlotte's in the back, like, getting her Miz TV on and shit, right? They turn to fucking Charlotte, just beat the living shit out of Charlotte. Becky Lynch fucking tosses her fucking ass, and then she gets a bank statement or a backstabber from hell for Sasha Banks, and she rolls out the ring while Ric Flair is like, "You bitches, whatever." You get a little British Bulldog segment, whatever. New Day accepts the challenge from the League of Nations. They come out with bags of garbage. They cut a promo, hot garbage. They kick out each and every one of the bags that represents one of the fucking things, right? I think a pinata is in a bag for Del Rio, right? And they're kicking them out. This will make Botchamania. And I'm like, man, are all these bags going to get kicked out, like, straight up? But then it gets to the last bag, and I think it's the Sheamus bag, and it should have been a bag of potatoes if you want to take it there. They kick it, and it doesn't leave the ring. So that'll be on Botchamania, folks. But they accept their challenge at WrestleMania, I guess for the tag team belts. They're finally babyface. New Day rock shirts. But they still haven't decided on how this fucking championship match is going to start. It's still 4 against 3. Are they going to do a 3-on-3, right? As someone on the outside? Or the New Day going to get a fourth member? Like, we don't know yet. Is it for the belts? I think it's for the belts, but how are they going to do that? They still haven't figured out, they still haven't explained to us how they're going to have this go. Opportunity. Me and Big E will face one of the two of the fucking League of Nations, right? Like, this is our stipulation. We're going to find a fourth person, right? Like, say something. Maybe Monday, but like, I still have no idea of what this challenge is going to be. But we get Kofi versus Wade Barrett. The only thing cool that stands out of here is that like there's a Winds of Change, reversed, flipped, turned into a DDT that was fucking fantastic. This wrestling match was actually really good. But then it turns into Woods going, getting a piece of ADR and getting his ass handed to him, and then you got Big E taking out Rusev, but then, the numbers game happens on the outside while Kofi Kingston kicks Barrett in the face, and then he gets a roll-up victory. I think he grabbed the tights, but the camera's not faced to the back to where you can see him grab the tights, thus being baby faces, but they're still essentially heels to a certain degree, but whatever, New Day rocks. And they get the fuck out of there after that victory. I mean, Woods got fucked up, right? I think Big E got a little beat down as well, but like, they were able to basically squirm out of there. They'll land on the ground on top of the ramp after basically a stolen victory. Dean Ambrose cuts a pretty good promo at a bar. I think the bar is called Adona's or Madonna's. And it looks like he's talking to this one chick. I imagine Renee Young's like, who's that bitch? And then he proceeds to cut a promo in a bar, which is kind of weird, Like, could you imagine being a stand-in at that bar? And maybe not necessarily being a wrestling fan, but that this is, okay, guys, we're going to do this wrestling talk thing. He's going to say some things, and he's going to yell, and he's going to scream. Okay, guys, just keep it quiet. Look natural. Oh, God. But anyway, he forgot to put on green, too, because apparently, they got everyone in there wearing green. St. Patrick's Day. And he's drinking beer, too, which I found pretty funny as well. But he's in all black while everyone's all green. I thought it was pretty funny. Act normal. This guy's going to talk shit about Brock Lesnar and how you're going to face him in WrestleMania. So everyone in the back, just look normal. Just act natural. Like, this is the normal thing. It's fucking hilarious. Social Outcasts come out, and they finally mention the Andre the Giant over-the-top Battle Royal. They finally mentioned it. Yay! We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for quite some time to get some sort of fucking mention of the over-the-top Andre the Giant. See, I even fucked it up. Bo Dallas fucked it up. What the fuck? It's the annual over-the-top Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Again, a Battle Royal that I see fucking the good feel-good story of Mark Henry sort of walking off into the sunset as the over-the-top Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Whatever. But they're out there and they're talking about how they're going to win it. And then the interaction between Axel, yeah, yee, and Adam Rose got really funny. Adam Rose said he has a big head. You have a big head. Well, anyway, this is nothing more than just Dean Ambrose coming out with a kendo stick and just beating the living shit out of everyone in Claire's house so he can cut a promo. But, like, this is the part where I was getting at a second ago. He doesn't bring the bat with him. Like, apparently the bat never made it to his hands. Or that was like a hollow fucking graph of a goddamn barbed wire bat. He didn't have it with him at the on top of the lake. He didn't have it with him at the bar. And then when he comes out to kick the Outcast ass, he could have used the end of the bat. He didn't have to necessarily use the barbed wire. Or even that, just have it with him and swing and, you know, and miss as the Outcast leaves. Because the Outcast ain't doing nothing. They're just kind of hanging out, shooting the shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing to nobody. And Dean Ambrose, Bully Ambrose, just shows up with a kendo stick and just starts beating the shit out of him. Unwarranted. For no reason. You're a jerk, Ambrose. What you think about it? And you could have came out with that fucking stick. You know, with a barbed wire stick. Just to sort of, again, not hit him, but just like threaten him out. Like, yeah, get out of here, kids. Get off my lawn. Right? Poor Outcast. I like them. I think they're pretty cool. Their characters are cool. They're trying, you know. They're trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. This ain't PG, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking rated R, motherfucker. But he gets out there and he's basically, you guys finished? I'm just saying, I'm gonna whoop your ass, Lesnar. I'm bringing Cincinnati with me. All right, cheap pop, get the fuck gone. He could have had a match. He could have had a match against one of the Outcasts. I mean, just to get him over. Maybe Bo Dallas, just to get him over. Just to be like, hey, here's an ass kicking to somebody, and this is how we do it in Cincinnati. And watch out, Brock Lesnar. But no, he just, you know, he just does that, and that's it. So, and this is the sad part. Okay, I've already talked about this, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. Owens versus Styles. First time these two have met in a WWE ring outside of the Royal Rumble. This is a fucking fantastic match. Again, any other time, man, I'd be like, this is so amazing. Talk about a bizarro world where you look at Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen and you look at his stature, you go like, there's no way in hell this guy's going to be on the WWE roster, right? No way in hell. He's the top heel. He's basically the top heel of the company, you know, outside of what Triple H is doing and Stephanie McMahon. But, like, he's an Intercontinental Champ, and he's one of the top heels in the company. You look at a guy like AJ Styles, a guy who's lived in the Indies. 12 years he was with TNA. Now, TNA doesn't the WWE doesn't go after TNA talent almost next to never. I mean, you got Austin Aries finally. But AJ Styles was like their homegrown talent. Like TNA's identity is AJ Styles. 12 years. So I'm thinking, you know, WWE don't want no goddamn TNA people. And look, there's AJ Styles. He has a match against Chris Jericho moving into WrestleMania. And then you go, wow, look at this. Two independent legends have this opportunity to have a feud and to possibly, you know, move towards a big pay-per-view. Not Payback or like TLC, some dumb gimmick shit. But maybe, just maybe, a WrestleMania. Maybe, just maybe, a SummerSlam. Maybe, just maybe, a Survivor Series match. Maybe, just maybe, Royal Rumble. And here you are, giving away a match between these two fucking guys with this, with a head of steam on a fucking taped Smackdown in Cincinnati, Ohio. Damn. It makes absolutely no sense. And another thing, did someone necessarily need to go over? This match is so good. Again, it's a shame. It's a shame to fame that this is some bullshit on goddamn Smackdown. Jericho music hits as fucking all of a sudden the people's elbow, like all of a sudden AJ's phenomenal forearm, elbow, people's forearm, the people's phenomenal forearm. He's taking out his fucking, he's taking it off. He's taking off the pad. And he's about to hit with the official finish 2-4 AJ Styles. Now it's no longer the Styles Clash, and like the calf killer is, I guess, is gone. He got the flying forearm, right? And he's preparing for this. Jericho music hits, and it distracts this discipline thing we're talking about. It's loud music. I mean, they gave him the pyro and everything too, so yeah, I imagine. But still, there's no excuse. AJ Styles catches a boot to the face. Pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, 3! Oh, boy. He lost the match. He lost the match. Just a second loss. I don't care. It could be fucking distraction. I don't care. A loss is a loss. Even Steven's booking lost, and now he gets a distraction pop-up powerbomb, and he loses on SmackDown. He loses. AJ Styles loses. He loses. I'm not bitching about him having to win every match. I'm not. I just think that this guy has absolutely no momentum. None at all. And I understand the babyface beatdowns, but if you're AJ Styles, the money is in to make sure that you're taken care of, right? The money is in the fact that, like, he's a hot commodity. He's a hot free agent. And him to show up is like this really big deal. And you would want to treat him like a big deal by just giving him some momentum. Short matches, protecting him. Right? Wins and losses matter. You remember? Sasha Banks just said she's undefeated, so she deserves a shot at the championship. Regardless of what fucking Joey Styles say, it's about protecting. It's about what Sasha Banks said, and it's about protecting the hottest free agent on the market by making him look strong somehow. Outside of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the only person that needs to look strong here. Basically, everyone on your roster needs to look strong. At some point, for some reason, these guys, you got to be convinced. You're selling your ticket, your product is about big dudes who are big and strong. And they fight. And they beat one another. Because they're better than the other person. How in the hell does this happen, right? How do you take a guy like AJ Styles, and how do you not protect him? How can you not? You cut him a check, and just basically not protect him, basically ADR his ass. I don't get it. So you had this potential to making some real money with a Owens AJ Styles feud, and you just throw it all away. You just go, hey, here you go. Like I said earlier, Shane out front, Vince out front, handing out money. Because making money is just a dumb thing to them nowadays. It's just stupid. You're going to give me this fucking dream match on a taped SmackDown in Cincinnati, Ohio. And you're going to have fucking AJ Styles lose clean. Jericho didn't fucking run to the ring and grab his leg. All he did was get distracted by his music. And boom, pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, 3 victory. Another loss for AJ Styles going into WrestleMania against Chris Jericho. No momentum. You have him knock him out on Raw and just stand over him like a fucking nerd. Well, the money is at WrestleMania and he finally gets his payback. Jericho shows up, distracts, he gives him his second win, second loss. He's lost to, it's a great loss. I mean, I guess a great win for Kevin Owens. But goddamn. Here's the money. Why do you even want to watch Jericho AJ Styles now? This fucking bitch can't even fucking, he ain't even disciplined enough to not be scared out of his wits when fucking pyro hits. He's not disciplined enough to just keep his eye on the fucking ball and like make sure that he doesn't catch a fucking pop-up powerbomb and lay down for 3 seconds. WWE, you guys are stupid. I mean, like, seriously, man. You guys are dumb on a business standpoint. Not from a mark. I give a fuck, man. Like, I like AJ. He ain't my boy. I'm just saying, you got to protect him. But god damn it, man. Have y'all basically forgot how to make money? You got this guy, Roman Reigns, whose people are telling, it's like, no, we don't want him. We don't want him. But no, you're taking him. You're taking him. You're taking him. And then we got a guy like this who's like, yeah, we want this guy. We want this guy. No, he's going to lose twice within 2 months. We're going to make him look like a fucking geek. We're going to call him a redneck rookie. We're going to have him lose to a guy who should be retired by now. I love Jericho, but whatever. He has his finisher taken away from him. He had it kicked out of. Then he has it taken away. And now he looks like a fucking imbecile and he loses clean to fucking Kevin Owens. A match that would have been awesome in a SummerSlam feud. I don't know what you're doing, WWE. I don't know if you like this guy or not. I don't know what the purpose. Why bring this guy when you're going to treat him like this? By SummerSlam, I'm going to look at AJ Styles no different than I see Heath Slater, who I see Bo Dallas, that I see Curtis Axel, that I see fucking Adam Rose. Hell, you may as well just make him up a fucking social outcast shirt right now and hand it to him. Don't stick it in his mouth. Just hand the motherfucker over to him. Just hand it to him. So here you go, AJ. Go have fun with those wacky outcasters. Look what they did to fucking Tyler Breeze. Look what they did to the Ascension. Look what they're doing to Sami Zayn. These guys, Neville, these guys are geeks. They're nerds. You could actually have the fucking Revenge of the Nerds music as their Titron, as their fucking theme song. Because that's what they are now. They're nerds. No one's gonna take these guys serious. They're gonna ruin Sami Zayn with what they've been doing for the past 2 weeks with this guy. And they're ruining AJ Styles with this crap, this type of crap. Superstar's my ass. And it's a good thing Wade Barrett is leaving. I made a comment last week about this. The WWE right now doesn't want you to go see an individual wrestler. They want you to see the WWE. Right? They do this to prevent people from leaving. Because if they're not as big as, say, Stone Cold or The Rock, they'll stick around. and just hope that they can get more and more popular, not become bigger than the fucking WWE, bigger than the fucking Towers, bigger than the McMahons. But Wade, he's like, fuck this, I'm out. You know, I don't know what's happening with Titus O'Neil, but he may be out. I had the conversation last night with Luke. What's up, Luke? Is this a work? Will he show up and cause the victory, get the victory for Shane O'Mac? But if that's not the case, he's out. Because he's mistreated. He's been mistreated. He got suspended for doing something silly, but didn't warrant for fucking 90-day suspension. It got reduced, but still, he gave him 90 days. And now AJ Styles, I mean, the big stage is the WWE. Everyone wants to go to the WWE. Everybody, you know, like that's the point. You're a wrestler, you want to make it to the WWE. He's making a lot of money. But I wonder how he's being handled. I would really like to know if he's just happy to be there. If it's just one of the things, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to fucking be here. Or deep down, there's something that he's like, I just don't agree with how they're handling me. And I would say 9.999999999% chance that he feels the latter. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to anybody in his position. He's getting stripped down and pinned, and he's going to be insignificant. Again, go ahead and get that fifth Outcast, Social Outcast shirt ready for that guy. All right? Bullet Club, my ass. Outcast, Social Outcast Club. We're thinking ahead of fucking Bullet Club before we even just himself could be a star. Well, anyway, I've talked about that enough. Hit the subscription button. PJTWCentral.com. Not .com, that's gone. PJTW Central is my Twitter, though. Also, Ellen Japanese. You can hit the subscription button. If you're listening on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Podbean, just add us to your favorites. Every week we get the New Day podcast. New Day podcast, right? And then later Monday night is live Peter's Raw recap. That's a YouTube only thing. You have at some point I'll probably do one for the NCAA Peter Talk Sports, but that's it exists, but something to talk about later. We get Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling, which is the flagship to this whole thing. Me and Jake Grundy from Fast in the World podcast. We talk about Raw, and it's fun. It's fun stuff. Last week was bad because I tried to do a live one, and the sound was weird because I forgot to plug in the microphones. The glitch because I guess the app I was using was on the fritz, and until I find, I want to go with a live Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling, but I'm going to have to find either get another computer because I'm using this iPad. It's starting to act silly, or just get another computer and do that from. But, yes, it's going to be just a regular setup next week. And then you have Peter Talks Smackdown that comes on Saturdays. I couldn't have done it tomorrow because I'm doing a hand-to-hand market. I'm DJing and selling my shirts. So I was like, I got to get up, do some laundry, gather some records, organize my stuff for tomorrow, but I gotta watch SmackDown. I gotta get this podcast in. So I'm glad I got this done. Leave a comment, like it or not like it, and share. Sharing is the best thing you can do. Shouts to Keita, shouts to Nathan Newman, shouts to DJ BJ, I think T, something in there. Y'all were on, if you're listening, Keita, and I was listening to your Roadblock and Raw review, and it was quite good. It was quite funny. Shout to all the homies that are listening right now. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the NCAA. I hope your bracket isn't as shitty as mine right now. Actually, everyone's shitty. And yeah, watch out for those foreign objects. Peace.